It's time for Shakespeare's Coffee Break, the morning show where we discuss all that is best in life over a cup of coffee. Good morning, my friends. Good morrow. Welcome. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I love you. You love me. There is mutual glorious affection. Let's start things off with a nice noisy slurp, shall we? It's just good internet audio. I don't care who you are. Oh my goodness. Did you have a good night? What'd you do yesterday? I had 2 fantastic rehearsals. Good morning, by the way, to everyone watching and joining us in the comments. We rehearsed last night for Richard Too Fast, Too Furious, which is the social distancing players show happening on Wednesday at 7:05, and then also for the Murder at Cloud Haven Chateau, which is happening on Thursday. Get your tickets for both of them right now. Such a good time. Got to hang out with amazing and brilliant and wonderful performers, and that's what this is about, getting to do what we love. Well, speaking of doing what we love, today's guest is amazing. He is the co-founder of Renfest.org. Now, Renfest.org, their mission, they're an online directory of Renaissance festivals, entertainers, vendors, artisans. But their mission is to drive more traffic to the sites, online stores, and social media of Renaissance fair artisans and entertainers and the festivals themselves. And during this ongoing coronavirus pandemic, to promote the idea of hashtag Renfest at home, to encourage patronage while fairs are closed, and support other initiatives such as Digital Renfests and the Rescue Foundation that benefit this community. Full disclosure, they've also been a sponsor of the show back in the late fall. So let's welcome them now. Jon Karnofsky, co-founder of Renfest.org. Muppet Arms! Yes, Muppet Arms! Oh, goodness gracious. And also, I just saw it come up right now. I wish I had said this before I started the intro. Congratulations, Alec. You got married over the weekend and you're watching this stupid thing?
Congrats.
What's wrong with you, man? Go on a honeymoon. Congratulations. Jon Karnofsky, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Shakespeare. Thank you.
Excellent. So very, very glad to have you here with us. Renfest.org is your baby.
Yep.
You and your lovely spouse run that.
Yep.
Quite
Cheryl
a lot
and I,
of work. Quite a lot of work goes into that. That's insane. You have so many performers, including me. I submitted and then found myself on there. I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm in a directory. Yep. What prompted you to start it?
Well, a little bit of prologue. I used to perform at Hogtown Medieval Fair back in the day, like 20 years ago. I was part of the resident troupe there for 5 years. So Renfest in my blood. It's just from a theatrical perspective, it's my home. I never got back into like on the circuit, and I never did like full-time circuit. It was just a part-time hobby, but I love the performing. And then, my partner Cheryl, we met almost 4 years ago, and even like on our first date, one of the things we connected on was love her Renfest. And after we got married, like that weekend, we got married on a Friday and went up to the Carolina Renaissance Festival, which is our home fair now, and like spent the weekend there as kind of our marriage celebration. So Renfest stuff is kind of always, in our blood. And so last year, it was around like May when everything was shutting down. And we kind of, Carolina had shut down, and we realized we're like, well, there's not going to be a fair. And so Cheryl is a spectacular planner, and we were talking about it. She had the idea of really the Renfest at home. It's like, well, what if we did our own Renfest, at home, did what we could. And so we kind of took that idea and ran with it, and we're doing some planning and thinking about cooking and some Renaissance meals and watching some of the entertainers. And then we started talking about shopping, because going to Renfest, you got to go shopping at all the.
Oh, of course.
So I work in web development. That's my my career, and I started digging around looking for artisans and trying to find websites, and it's understandable that it's not easy to find, because there also hasn't been a need for a lot of artisans and entertainers to have too big of an online presence until last year. And I had found some sites that were Renaissance Festival listings and just had the Renfest, but not any sort of directory of the entertainers and the artisans in there. And so partly in the, well, we're going to want to do this in November and go shopping, I started kind of brewing the idea of like, well, what if we made a directory? So she and I started planning that and doing a lot of like data collection of the festivals that are out there and going to the festival sites and finding the entertainers. And we have now over 1,300 or at least over 1,200 artisans and entertainers in our directory. And like
that
all of that
amazing
stuff,
and fantastic.
all of that stuff is like manually curated. We go and find them and find all the links we can. And it's tough. And that's so between doing that and finding, we found you, I think, through Digital Ren Fair, through Gwendolyn, through the Renaissance Stream Guide. We found you on the Renaissance Stream Guide, and now we're watching most of your streams and all the Friday night stuff. So like our world of the Renfest really opened up too, is doing all of this.
It's an amazing and wonderful tool that you have going as well, because let's look at my listing here. All right, Shakespeare approves. That's this is a sexy listing. I'm just letting you know. It shows the different venues and performances that the people perform at. So Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair, Maine, Connecticut, Louisiana, New Jersey, Scarborough. It also, so one of the benefits it has is to just show somebody who might even be interested in booking, if an entertainment director were to go there, say, oh, well, what's their reach? They go all over. That's fantastical. Oh, they're very New England or very Southern. That's wonderful. And that's so good. And then in conjunction with Renaissance Stream Guide, these are, which is our TV guide of Renaissance fairs. Go follow them, by the way, people. Not an ad, just a plug. Go. It's such an amazing tool, and the amount of work that you and Shal have put into this is well, frankly, breathtaking.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And so like the Renfest at home really was another thing, especially over the last year. And, hopefully this continues as if things stay kind of partly shut down, or even just for fun in off years when people are like in maybe like half year, like in between festivals they go to. We've put together a guide and a number of blog posts on different aspects of doing a Renfest at home, because it's what we did. We did a lot of planning, and like in November, we spent a full weekend and we put together a whole agenda of different meals, kind of authentic Renaissance meals. We put together different like streaming entertainment that we wanted to watch. We had bought some DVDs, like Barely Balanced was one of the ones we watched, over that weekend, listening to some of the music and downloading some of the albums from artisans. Lady Victoria, I know, was one of the main ones we listened to, and a number of the others. So putting together and that and doing some shopping and going through, we went through our own directory and looking at different of the artisans and looking up their websites, because I found them all, and we found all of those websites, but we didn't really explore them and putting together the site. So doing the Renfest at home was another way to really use our own site and be a patron of the artisans and watch the entertainers and put in tip jars and all that. So it's such a brilliant idea, and doing in conjunction then also with more of the elaborate things, such as Life's Affairs, Gathering of Fair, or Digital Ren Fairs. Digital Ren Fair is a big one,
just those two groups going as big as you can. In this venue, and then some of the now more virtual Renaissance Fair offerings that might be potentially happening as well. It's just incredibly exciting, and then pull together such a wonderful thing. One thing I think we should do, because your reach isn't huge yet. I mean, not nearly enough people follow. You need to all go follow. So everyone, I'm going to leave these links up on screen as long as we can before you get bored with it. But Facebook, Renfest, look for renfest.org on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/renfestorg. And then also the same thing for Instagram, Renfest Org. So go follow these. Get a few more subscribers. What we should do is have one big day in the spring of hashtag Renfest at Home Day. And
that's a great idea.
Oh, see, I'm very
that is
good at
awesome.
ideas
Love
for
it.
other people.
Yeah, we've been promoting the hashtag itself, but trying to orchestrate something together. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, Shakespeare, what do you want to do with the show? I don't know. How you gonna turn your show into a digital thing? Yeah. But here's what you should do. No, that's what
it's all right. It's all, we're all good at sharing ideas with each other.
It's like, Shakespeare, you're a very creative person. Well, thank you. What are you going to do for your next thing? I have no idea. But just such wonderful stuff. So if we had one big or several big national hashtag Renfest at Home Days in the springtime before the in-person festivals really pick up off again. We had a little bit down. We had a little bit down in Florida with Brevard and Suncoast. And fingers crossed, things seem to be good. Scarborough is going to be starting up with really good COVID protocols. Then New Jersey, Connecticut eventually in the spring.
Bay Area is kicking off in April now. They usually do February. There should be a posting now, I think, on the site because we've got together.
Just one moment. I'm having audio issues here, so bear with me. I actually can't hear you.
Okay.
So just 1 second.
How about that? Good now?
No, that it's entirely on my side, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to ride this mute button a lot.
All right. But yeah, we've we've kind of put together a schedule of trying to go through more festivals and going to the site, seeing what entertainers and artisans are on their sites, and then digging through and trying to identify ones that are already in the directory that we haven't associated with that festival, or adding them in. And there's a lot. I mean, we can't get everybody because there's a lot out there that just don't have an online presence. There's just no social. There's no anything, and there's a good list of stuff that we can't even get in there. But it's nice because the more we do it, the easier it becomes because we have as many in the directory as we do. But we've got a schedule of, I don't know, like 30 or 40 festivals we're going to try to dig into and get all of those more artisans and entertainers. And if you're out there, if you're watching, if you are an entertainer or an artisan, go to the site. On the homepage, there is a form to fill out some of your information, and it'll send us information. I'll follow up with you and double check, and we'll get you in the directory because we want everybody listed. We want to make it easy to find. And
they do, because, like, again, right here, look, right there, that actually tells you nothing other than, like, look, there's Shakespeare. Shakespeare's on it. I mean, comedy and entertainers. So that I'd like to think I am a comedy entertainer. So I
think that fits.
It feels good. It feels like the right place. Someone might be like, nah. Out. No, please, internet, don't make me leave. No. But it is just such an amazing and wonderful, really a tool that you have given this world, and it's amazing that it did not exist beforehand. I can understand why the Renaissance Stream Guide didn't, because many of us did streams here and there, but nothing was consistent before March, April, and May of last year. But now this is kind of where we live, and even going back out into the physical world, starting this spring, fingers crossed, God willing, the creek don't rise, etc., that this is still going to keep going. Yeah. And so it makes sense that Gwendolyn had to create that. But no Renaissance Festival Guide. It's just
I was really surprised. Like finding the listings to the festivals, there were a few out there, but like nothing of this. I was surprised. And the more I thought about it, though, I mean, especially for most of the big artisans who are just tour the circuit, they didn't need to. I mean, they made their living on the circuit, and I know that internet access while you're out on the road or actually at the fair, pretty sparse, pretty slow, and it's not great. So I can understand that there not being as much of a need for them. And then that, in that like May period when we started planning all this and kind of putting all this together, was like, oh, it's got to be super difficult for everybody to try and make sure you have enough web presence to get sales enough to carry you through so you can come back this year and be a part of the fairs going forward. It's difficult. And, like I said, I'm in web development. I've been doing it for 20 years and it's not easy. It is not an easy thing. And for, for a group of folk that make their living in a anachronistic, Renaissance medieval period world, web development not going to be probably the first technical skill. It's
weirdly, and here's the fun thing, I'm finding that there is actually a lot of crossover in that. I mean, obviously not all of us. For me, it's please give me something that I can point and click, and my website is not great.
It's hard.
I just got a web designer to work on it. Of give me a website that I can forget about for 3 months at a time, please and thank you. and she is, and that's what she's working on. But yeah, there's a high level of nerddom in the technical skills involved. That the Venn diagram has a weird level of crossover that in some sectors it's actually just one circle of really smart people, and also all people.
The geek sci-fi D&D technical web development communities, there's a lot of Venn diagram overlap.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of fantastic. We're talking with Jon Karnofsky. For those of you just joining us, Jon Karnofsky is the co-founder, along with Cheryl, of Renfest.org. Renfest.org is the online directory of Renaissance Festival entertainers, performers, merchants, artisans, vendors. It is absolutely wonderful, and they are just doing absolutely the Lord's work right now. So May is saying that she doesn't have the link. Mayhemmer, you might be saying, well, Shakespeare, Mayhemmer was supposed to be here this morning. Yes, she is. She's saying she doesn't have the link. I'm going to invite her. I told her I sent it to her Facebook Messenger. So we're going to make fun of each other here in a minute. About how much initial work went into building this?
Probably before site launch, and we had we were only putting together a few of the festivals at a time. Like I was really only kind of launching a festival page and then all their entertainers at a time, and we probably had 4 to 6 at the start. That probably was somewhere between 100 150 hours worth of work. That'd be my guess. Just it takes time to go through and it's finding, with the artisans, sometimes the names are such it's difficult to dig up. Sometimes it's really easy. But then, trying to go through and find their sites, if they have a site or if they have a Facebook, sometimes they have extra links. And we've tried to put links out to, we've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, their websites, but also like Etsy, because a lot of artisans have Etsy, the musicians, there's Spotify. And there's a lot of YouTube. So trying to connect all those took some time to put together. So probably, 100, 150 hours on that initial launch. And then definitely in the sense of probably 6 or 8 hours plus for every festival that we dig into and spend more time building. Oh,
so we are at hundreds, if not thousands of hours of this.
Getting there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. So at this point, guys, gals, non-binary gingerbread pals, let us bring in the co-host of this show, who is having Wi-Fi issues, but also is claiming I didn't send her the link. But here she is. It's her word against mine. You're probably going to believe her, but it's fine. It's cool. I get it. She's nicer than I am. Here she is, Mayhemmer!
Yeah.
May, look at that.
Hi, May.
Okay, so
look at that Marie Antoinette Buffon you have going.
Yeah. Okay. So
that is strong.
I don't know what the frick is going on. All my text messages popped up. All my Facebook messages just popped up. I hate my Wi-Fi here.
You need an Ethernet cable.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's so well, I have to like have my computer somewhere near my and I'm not doing that. No, because you know how like iPhones, if you don't have like Wi-Fi or something, like sometimes your iMessage doesn't work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh. I'm very.
I was like, I can't text. What's happening?
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
It's the worst.
So we have some questions here from the general public here. Adam Bly has a question. He says, "Here's a question: is Pirates Weekends going to still happen at the Renaissance festivals or not?" Probably, yeah. I mean, it's Renfest, pirate festivals, pirate weekends. That's all gonna still happen. Not every theme weekend will be happening at every festival based on whatever they got going on. But I can tell you for a fact that, Adam, if you're down in Louisiana Renaissance Festival is planning a Pirates Festival this spring. So,
oh my God, they are not.
Nice.
Yes, they are on the lake.
Now I moved. How dare they?
Yeah, you moved. You moved from Louisiana.
Back to Pontchartrain I go. Let's do this.
They are going to have on the Louisiana Renaissance Festivals a lake that they have right there in the village of Albright, a pirate festival. Hopefully a pirate ship floating and doing things.
If you're on the water, you got to have a pirate ship.
There's plenty of they have ships down there. If we can have contraband days in Lake Charles, I know for a fact they got ships for that. No, they'll lie if they say no.
So May, John, May.
Hello.
Now you know each other. Now you're best friends. All right. So that's just how this works. That's just how it works.
Exactly.
May, to catch you up, John is the co-founder of Renfest Org.
Yes.
They are the online directory of Renaissance festivals, entertainers, vendors, artisans, etc., so on and so forth. Trying to connect you, the general public, with your favorite performers and artisans and what festivals they go to. And it's a genuinely amazing amount of work, and how just beautiful it is. Depending on how the my website goes, I might have to hire John in order to take on the money.
Oh yeah, I totally scoped it out this morning first thing. So you told me last night who it was going to be our guest, and I was like, oh my gosh, this website is Jesus.
I don't know if we have you on there, babe. We'll have to make sure I'll have to get all your contact info.
I am not that type of performer. I don't think I'd be allowed at I don't know if that's allowed at Ren Fairs. Shakespeare, is there like cordoned off areas for
Depends on the festival. Depends on the festival. So Louisiana certainly has the body shows that all happen inside the Painted Badger pub. And I know for a fact that at King Richard's Fair in Massachusetts that they have an adults only venue.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I've been performing at the
I know Carolina. They have.
This is more my speed. Hold on.
Yeah, Carolina, they usually it's usually after about 3:30, but like they allow kind of the no holds barred adult shows type stuff.
Oh heck yeah. I've been performing see, look, I've only been performing at cons. Like I've been like I have whole like Robot La Française. I have like to
You're ready to
out.
go.
What?
See, you and I have a desire, mate, to switch where we are performing, not like entirely, because I love Renaissance festivals, but I want to get into more cons, and you want to get into more fests. So we need to just like give each other our Rolodexes.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Here, just go hang out with all these people.
Here's my contacts. You give me yours. It's a
exactly. We'll swap for a few days. Call it a day.
Look, I will do high kicks. I'm assuming high kicks are involved in burlesque. I'm assuming so. Boom,
I mean, it depends on what style that you're doing. Like, there is a troupe back home that I used to perform with. We have an entire can group number that we used to do. that all the trained dancers did, because it was just like nonstop. I guess.
Oh, fantastic! So John, we're going to go into the lightning round now.
Okay.
Of questions for you. So, question and May and I are just going to be peppering you with questions. Some of them good, some of them probably stupid and insulting to your intelligence. But all right, do you prefer to call them Renfests or Renfairs?
I default to Ren Fair because of Hogtown, because it's a Hogtown medieval fair. So I tend to say Ren Fair, but I am changing my terminology because of Renfest.org.
Okay, very good. All right. All right. May, whenever you have a question, you jump in. All right.
All right, I got one.
All right, go ahead. Oh, May, you broke up. Try again. May's Wi-Fi is being stupid. All right. All right. Here's my next question. Do you wear tights, breeches, or a kilt? Oh, can you not hear me now?
Nope, I lost that one. You broke up too.
Oh my God, this is terrible. You're the only one with a good signal. This is ridiculous. All right.
Go for it. I can hear you. Go for
Trying
it.
again. Do you wear tights, breeches, or a kilt?
Tights and breeches, depending on the day. Had a couple different outfits that have built up. So one day tights, one day breeches right now.
Okay. All right. Very good. I never do the I hated wearing the tights. I hated wearing the tights. That's why I go with breeches. Oh, we just completely lost May. So hopefully she'll be able to come back. All right. Next question. When you are wearing a kilt, what is the tartan color?
Ooh, I believe it would be black, red, gold. My mom's side of the family has some Scottish background, so I think it's black, red, gold would be my colors if I wore it.
Black, red, gold. Are you actually then a Gryffindor?
I'm going to go with yes.
Very good. I like it. All right. Clan Gryffindor. I like it. I mean,
and Gryffindor.
I mean, works for me, people. Works for me. All right. There we go. All right. And then, if you had to pick one Renaissance fair or festival that you have heard of, but not yet been to,
that's tough.
What would it be?
That's really tough, especially over this last year. I've been exposed to so many. I'm going to go with, we're planning to do Maryland this year, so I'm going to go say Maryland.
Gorgeous choice. Gorgeous choice.
Yeah. We're gonna plan to travel up to Maryland, so I'm going with that one since that's on our actual plan this year.
All right, very good. All right, let's break it into and I'm not asking you to play favorites, but we all have favorites. Anyway, May is back. May is back too. Hello, May. Welcome back.
Ethernet means nothing. Literally, my thing just started flashing red. I'm in the country. The wind said no.
So am I. So the funny thing was, you broke up, and then I broke up. And our guest was the only one with decent internet.
Well, now you're hosting it.
All right.
Now this is your
Welcome
show.
to Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Here's my guest, Shakespeare. Thank you for joining. And May, we got May is my co-host. Shakespeare is our guest.
Hi, lovely to be here. I can make this happen. There you go.
Yes.
All right, there we go.
Upper left-hand corner.
Yes.
Now I'm there. I've made it. I've made it.
Oh my God!
So nice to be here. I gotta say, it's great. See, this is stuff you can't do on live TV, like in person. It's like, oh, I'm the host now. No, look at me, I'm the host. All right, so
I'm the captain now. Let me stop.
I'm done. Look at you in that Marie Antoinette dress. You are the captain now.
Dude, this dress, I made this pre-COVID. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. Don't look at the back.
All right.
I have to make a new one.
All right. We have a really fun question coming from the audience in just a moment. But I also have to ask you, John, next question for you. If you had to pick one festival from each region, so Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, we're going to break up the Mid-Atlantic because the Mid-Atlantic can fit into Northeast as well. Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, Midwest, Upper Midwest, Southwest, Southeast, Pacific Northwest.
Dude, why you do them like that? That's so
you are testing my trivia.
California. California is like Texas. Texas is, by the way, not Southwest. Texas is Texas.
Texas
like,
is Texas.
There's
Their own
27
fairs in Texas. So
it's too big.
Texas is its own thing. Like
because
Texas Renfest would be for Texas. I'd have to go with Texas Renfest. That's an obvious one out of Texas.
All right,
been there, loved it, enjoyed it.
I'm curious about the. Oh, go ahead.
I've heard good things about it, but I'm not going to be there, so that's the wrong answer, obviously. All right, cool. Moving on.
I'm very curious about the in California, the original Pleasure Fair, since that was it was the late '60s, early '70s, like the first one kind of on the book. So just from that perspective, I'd like to see that. Arizona is supposed to be pretty big and solid. I've heard a lot about, and I think that's
Arizona's
fair
gorgeous.
of Carolina. I want to go to Maine just because I want to.
Oh, now John broke up.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Oh, John
I'm back though.
Okay, so it's not just me.
It's everybody.
All of us.
It's making the circuit.
In your face.
It's not just me.
All right. By the way, this message brought to you by Citizens for a Better Internet. Hi, Internet.
Yeah.
We're the citizens. Give us a better internet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
we need a streaming Renaissance entertainers internet fund. I don't know what that.
Ever since that storm happened down, speaking of Texas, internet, dude, my Wi-Fi has been dumb since that ice storm that hit Texas. And like my friend that lives in DC had bad. I was like, what is happening?
It's terrible. So
yeah,
you said the Maine Renaissance Festival. I'm gonna be there.
Oh, yes. Excellent.
Yeah.
Where in Maine is that? I'm curious.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If we have to say a place, is it super? Yeah, go to your website. But is it like super cold Maine or just cold Maine?
Well, it's August Maine, so it's gonna be it's gonna be muggy.
See, because my husband went to college in Bar Harbor, Maine.
Bar Harbor.
And went to Bangor, and when he told me salt water froze, I was done. I was like,
going on the renfest.org directory website, the Maine Renaissance Fair is in Acton, Maine. So this
that was just started recently.
It's relatively near to the coast, off of 295.
Yeah, and like with those data, with the festivals, what I've tried to do is if I don't have a specific date that it's starting, if the last time I looked in the sites we don't have the actual date, then I've at least tried to include of when does it generally run per year, because especially with last year and this year, usually run and actual dates also can be different.
Oh, well, I can give you right now the actual dates of the Maine Renaissance Fair right now.
All right.
I feel very powerful.
You've got insider information.
Yeah, there you go.
I talked to their entertainment director. Maine Renaissance Fair dates are July 17th, 18th, 24th, and 25th.
See, now I got to go update that tonight.
See, there you go. Yeah.
All right. Now that I live on this side of the world, I want to see how far of a drive for me that is.
That's going to be about a 14-hour drive for you.
I've done worse. Louisiana's 18, so
yeah. Oh, there you go. All right. So, question. I'm going to aim it at John, but then all of us can answer it.
Yes.
What role? This is from Dan Wenzel, friend of the show, fan of the show, guest of the show. What role do people dressed in Star Trek uniforms on away missions play in a virtual festival?
Oh my God, this is fast.
Ooh.
If it's a virtual festival, what role do people dressed in Star Trek uniforms play?
Generally science officers, and there's usually at least one red shirt.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. May, similar question.
I would just say all red shirts, because they know what's about to happen when they run into pirates. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade.
And I will say it's actually probably Commanders Data and LaForge just having a holodeck party. I mean, that's Somebody's like, "Hey, Data, I want to go see some wenches."
Boots and cats.
You got to have Worf show up as a merry man, though.
Jordy's a freaking nerd. I'm sorry.
Yes, he that, or he'll be doing the Carlton. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Jordy would dance like I do, because I'm a nerd and Jordy dances like this. Also, it means he's probably weirdly good at ballroom dancing.
Oh my god! Okay, I just
Geordie LaForge would be good at ballroom. This is a conversation.
I now want to see footage of Geordie LaForge doing ballroom dancing, but finishing by breaking into the Carlton, because that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a thing. That's a thing that happened on Dancing with the Stars. Alfonso Ribeiro was ballroom dancing, and then they did the Carlton in the middle of it. It was everything that I didn't know I needed. I was amazing. And I'm done. I can die happy now.
I didn't know that's what I needed in my life. I'm good. Thank you, Alfonso Ribeiro. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, such a wonderful time having on here today. Sally, by the way, May says that your dress is gorgeous.
Thank you. And eventually, I'll be able to fit in it again one day.
And Janine Rinker, our resident science correspondent, says that someone needs to set up a system for repurposing old satellite dishes as gates for irrigation ditches. Our old internet system, which we thought had to take. All right. I need to learn more about this.
I need to hire Janine for all my tech nerd stuff.
She knows everything about dinosaurs.
My kids would love her.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting her as a guest on here just to talk about dinosaurs.
Cool. I'll just have my kids sit in my lap because he's obsessed with them. He's now the co-host.
I will wear my Jurassic Park hat. Yeah. No.
Perfect. Look, there he goes. Oh, he's getting the hat. Oh.
I said
it. Take over. I'm just kidding.
I will wear it. It's like, no, I will wear it right now.
Right now.
So, all right.
I love it.
Actually, not like official Jurassic Park. I got this at like
I mean, it looks very much
the hiking store. I got this, but yeah. All right. So yeah, boom. All right. So welcome to the Thunder, John. This is weird. All right. Finally, Jon Karnofsky, co-founder of Renfest.org. If you could get everybody to go home with one concept, what is it?
I'd go with Renfest at home when you're not going to an actual Renfest. First, go to the Renfest when they're up and running, but have some fun at home. Get some costumes, make some costumes, buy some costumes, buy a bunch of stuff, and have your own Renfest. Do some shopping online, watch some entertainers. That's a big thing. Renfest at home.
Fantastic. And the site is renfest.org. Go check them out. You have your directory, your festival guide, your Renfest at home. They're putting up all of the wonderful posts.
Oh, look, who's that in that video?
I know. Look at that handsome guy.
Who is that?
I don't know.
That was up there before I even knew Shakespeare. So yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I am quite attracted to this gentleman and his charisma. All right, but if you're an artisan or if you're an artisan or an entertainer, contact them. Get your self listed at renfest.org, and I'm going to be talking more about that.
I might have to do that
on my Facebook
bring out
page.
my historical garb.
There is no reason for you not to. Janine Rinker is just telling me that spring break is March 15th to 19th, so she might be able to come on as a guest then.
What?
Let's get you booked now. See, this is how the show works. You're like, oh, he does everything backstage. No, I do things live on the show.
Yeah, we book like now.
My backstage life is very full and sometimes busy. Sometimes I'm just practicing juggling. That's like what I'm doing. I'm just like, I want to do it. It's great. It's just like, oh, Shakespeare, what are you doing with your day? I bet you're very busy. Some days that's true. And other days I'm like just binging shows. It's like,
like you sound like you're doing like actual useful like skills. I decide to spend money on fabric and to make a Tudor dress, 2 Victorian gowns,
that is
an
totally
Italian
skills.
Renaissance
that
thing.
is a useful
I'm
skill,
just
though.
bored. I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna make all this crap.
I started learning juggling this week.
Look at you!
Wow, that's solid.
I started learning juggling. That was terrible.
Wow.
I started learning juggling this week
Better than me.
because off-screen wife and I were quarantining from each other because I had been exposed to COVID. And it's just like, so it's like, what am I going to do? All right, so started juggling. And I think I'm getting rather decent.
No, you're better than me.
I'm going to fail miserably right here, right now, but let's watch it. It'll be fun.
You're better than me. I would have dropped the first one and been like, we're done here, and just walked off.
All right. So basically, friends, that is it for today. Make sure that you go to renfest.org. Check out all of the wonderful things that they have for you to offer. Discover new entertainers. Use it in coordination with the Renaissance Stream Guide on Facebook. So follow renfest.org on Facebook at facebook.com/renfestorg and on Instagram at renfestorg, and use the hashtag renfestathome. John and I, we're going to be talking off. We're going to be talking off camera, still on camera because it's the internet. But you get it. You get it.
We're not going to be recording it.
Correct. You get it at home. We're going to be talking about how to possibly do this as a big Renfest at home day. What can we do? Who can we get involved? Mm-hmm. Is there going to be food? Yes. Is there going to be beer? Probably. Is there going to be entertainment?
Definitely.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. All right. So my co-host is the lovely, the amazing, the talented Mayhemmer. I want you to go follow Mayhemmer on all the things. Mayhemmer, your awesome personality here. You can find her at facebook.com/may.hemmer, on Instagram, the Mayhemmer, Twitter, the Mayhemmer, and go to mayhemmer.com. And if you want to show her some financial fiscal love, go to Venmo at the Mayhemmer, CashApp, the Mayhemmer, PayPal, may.hemmer at gmail.com, and you can also just buy her a cup of coffee at coffee.com/the Mayhemmer. And friends, this has been Shakespeare's coffee break. Let's have one last nice noisy slurp right now.
Got it.
All right, everyone, we gotta do this. All right. Oh, John, that is an amazing.
Holy crap! Was that a Stein? Wait, I just caught that out of my peripheral.
Hold that up real quick.
Goodly Woods.
Yes.
Oh, love it.
That's beautiful.
Look at him just promoting this lifestyle at all times. His T-shirt is a Renaissance Fair T-shirt. I mean,
I'm too busy looking at the Hyrule and Temple of Gozer in the background right now.
So many amazing posters. We're just at some point, John is we're gonna do a version of MTV Cribs, Shakespeare's Cribs, and it's gonna be like, all right, show me your studio space. Do it. People are like, all right, let's go. All right.
Shakespeare will just judge us on how much geekiness is throughout the crib, right?
And it'll be like, yes, yeah. applause.
I'm not going to do that. I got kids. My kids tear my house. My house a mess. I'm not doing that.
I'm not going to do it either because I'm a pig.
You can see this. You can see my 1920 serigraphs. You can see that.
I think they're amazing, beautiful. But friends, we have some upcoming shows I want to tell you about before we end the show officially. So coming every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning, we have Shakespeare's Coffee Break. Mondays and Tuesdays with Mayhemmer. Wednesdays, I'm flying solo unless I find a random guest host. Do you want to be that random guest host? Let me know. I'm genuinely intrigued. I will audition random guest co-hosts.
Do it. I want to watch it.
Tomorrow, we're going to have the magical leprechaun Connor O'Carrig. You might know him from the Louisiana Renaissance Festival and the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. He's going to be with us tomorrow morning. Thursdays, it's Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare, where you, the audience, and me, your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, form a writer's room together, and we write an original sonnet together. We've done it 9 times, and each of them has been really fantastic. So come and join me. That is going to be on my main Facebook page, facebook.com/ShakespeareProves, youtube.com/ShakespeareProves, and on twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures. Fridays on my Facebook channel, facebook.com/ShakespeareProves, we have the watch party for Shakespeare Reviews, the movie review show I do with Andrew McKee, the Irish bard from Life's Affair. This week, we're talking about the 1953 picture, Julius Caesar. So come watch our show with us. Hang out with Andrew and I in the comments. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's 10:35 in the morning. Friday evening at 5:35 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. This week, our musical guest is Olivia Harding, Liv the Druid from Music the Gathering. Zenith players are going to be with us, and I believe the Gwendolyn from The Gwendolyn Show is also going to be dropping in. Tonight, on twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures, we have Nat21 Adventures, the main show starring Mayhemmer and myself. We are there. We are going to be stupid, and it's for your entertainment pleasure.
I might die tonight.
You might, but it could happen. It could happen. Don't let it happen, internet, but it could happen. But Nat 21 Adventures is the Dungeons and Dragons role-playing show with performers from the Renaissance Festival community. It's an absolutely amazing show where anything can happen and usually does. Join in tonight at 8 p.m. This coming Wednesday, so tomorrow night, we have Richard, Too Fast, Too Furious. It's the original show with the social distancing players. Richard, Too Fast, Too Furious is the story of Richard II, the ineffective king who has to fend off a rebellion by his cousin Henry Bolingbroke. Because I decided I hate myself, wrote the entire thing in iambic pentameter. 23 pages of iambic pentameter.
Oof.
Because I'm apparently a moron.
That graphic, too, is very impressive.
Oh, I love it.
The graphic was made by the amazing and talented Aaron Crothers. You should definitely go check out his work. And you can support the Indiegogo campaign to pay the actors at igg.me/@/Richard Too Fast Too Furious. The goal of each performance is to get at least $100 per performer, hoping to get about $1,200 for this show. We have 10 performers, have a little bit to roll over into the next show, but also to pay the Indiegogo fees. So go do that. Join us tomorrow night. It's going to be fantastic and amazing. And then on Thursday, we have a Murder at Cloudhaven Chateau. It's a virtual murder mystery with the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. It's going to be a delightful good time. A lot of the people that you see on Wednesday are also going to be there on Thursday. It's going to be absolutely good time. Get your tickets at njrenfair.com and letting everybody know you can get $2 off of your ticket by using special code RICHMAN, all one word, RICHMAN. Use special code RICHMAN to get $2 off of your tickets. This is a similar show to what we did back in December, but it is a different ending. So at the midway point, things start changing. So come in and join us for that. So just so much fun and excitement happening. And then finally, last announcement, the next installment of Shakespeare's Friday Night Concert Series is going to be next Friday. Yes, next Friday, March 5th, with Andrew McKee, the Irish bard. He's going to be joining us. It's going to be a really good time. So do join for that. So basically, that is about it. If you enjoy the show half as much as I enjoy making it, I obviously enjoy it twice as much as you do. And that's called maths. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, I will come and randomly dance and tell you all about the best Renaissance festivals in the land in your front garden. I will do that. I'll bring Jon Karnofsky with me because he's bored.
We'll call them together. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't sing, but I'll just be the chorus kick line girl in the background.
That's what we'll do. Throw it into my hat by going to kofi.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare and buy me a cuppa. Or you can also become a Patreon of the arts by going to patreon.com/Shakespeare. That's patreon.com/Shakespeare and becoming my patron. Tiers start at $3 and go all the way up to $30. And right now, because money is tight for so many of us, all the tiers get the same rewards. Rewards include going to the Friday Night Concert Series for free and joining the backstage after party of the social distancing player shows. So tomorrow night's post-show party starting probably around 7:30, 7:45 on Zoom. Come and join us for that. So much going on. You'll get digital editions of the comic book Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins, digital edition of my album Are You There, God? It's Me, Shakespeare, and so much more. So come check it out. And just know that I can't do any of this without you. My career happens because you let it happen. And I thank you for that. So, friends, that's about it. On behalf of my guest, Jon Karnofsky, co-founder of Renfest.org, and my co-host, Mayhemmer, I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I love you, you love me. There is mutual glorious affection. Stay classy, San Diego.